Yo, it's your boy Punch. Today is actually kind of a really sad day because I really don't want to have to tell this to you guys just because I don't want it to be happening. But our female Betta, who is in this aquarium right here, you can see it's a little bit dark because I've been boiling some leaves and putting in the tannins. She's really not doing good, super bad. I think that she's not going to make it even through tonight, and it's very sudden because I would say yesterday I really started to see a decline, and the day before I just noticed some odd behavior, a little bit slow and staying near the surface, but I didn't really think much of it because I've been showing the female and the male. The female is the one who's having this issue to each other, and I left it open for quite a long time that day, so I thought maybe she was just a little bit stressed out by seeing him for that long, so I'm like, alright, she's not ready. And I did see her belly, especially along her flank, I suppose, get a little bit bigger, and I assumed that she was filling up with eggs, and I still do think she was and is, because she's has quite a nice egg spot, but I do think that she's not doing good right now. Her scales are starting to lift, which is pretty much a death sentence, I believe, according to the internet. And it's super sad because, of course I like her. And, she's just I was super excited to spawn these dudes. And it's just tough, especially because, yeah, it just sucks. So, yeah. I can show her to you guys, and maybe you guys can help me out and give any suggestions. I have a little bit of access to some different medications that we could use to try and help her. It's just it comes in a couple days and she's really going downhill super quickly. I can tell you what I've been doing. I've been changing the water. This is what I do with all my fish tanks, at least 50% every single day. I do that with every single fish tank though, and the water is the same temperature and stuff. And what I started doing this, I think not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, because I know she was stressed. I put in some aquarium salt, and I boiled the leaves and put those tannins in. It used to be a lot darker, but I changed the water every day, and that seemed to really work for our female over here, which right when I got the female, she was having maybe a little bit of a similar issue, except this female's sitting very close to the surface. And there's a bunch of there's a couple bubbles at the surface, blown bubbles, and so I thought she was building bubble nests or something. That's honestly why I thought she was hanging out at the top, because I let them see each other for so long, and I know that sometimes a female can blow a little bit of a bubble nest. But yeah, so I was really thinking that was what's happening. But yeah, so I added some Indian almond leaves, some salt, the temperature. I wanted to raise the temperature, but it's already almost at 30. I think it's at maybe 34, so that's hot for a Betta, I think. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, it's just obviously it's really sad. It really is though. I really like this too, especially. This is probably my two favorite fish I have in the fish room, the set. So it's gonna be really sad if she does die. And yeah. But I'll show you what the female looks like so you can just get a little better of understanding. So if you guys are sensitive to, fish not doing good, like myself, it stresses me out. Don't watch. So she's actually come down a little bit right now. Hold on, sorry, it's not in focus actually, but you see our male, he's doing great. He's actually even a little bit thin because I fasted both of them for these last 2 days. I don't know why, there's really nothing wrong with him. I just got a little bit scared. And I thought it was maybe the stress of seeing each other, the breeding conditioning that was getting to her, but she's just having some issues. But you can see she's very thick, and let's come over to the top and take a bit of a look. You can't quite see her there, but here, I'll just try to move this out of there. You could see the temperature was at around 34, like I was saying. But yeah, and her fins are clamped. Her fins were clamped not yesterday, but the day before, so that's what really concerned me, of course. And she's just very slow moving. And yeah, she's very thick. I have had this happen to one other fish before. It was actually a celestial pearl danio I had probably around a year or two ago, and it was out of a school of 8, so I didn't really think much of it. She was one of my older ones, and she did end up passing away from swelling or whatever she had that caused the swelling. So I really, you know, like I hate to be negative, but I'm super concerned that this is just the fate that this girl is going to have as well. And it super sucks. Super sucks. Let's see if we can just take a look at her over here. Yeah, you can see her there. Yeah, just not doing good. I really think I've done the best I could. The tank, all the water was cycled. I got an established tank, so I can pretty much cycle any tank I want. And yeah, there's a little bit of grub at the bottom, but really not too much. I've been cleaning the tank every single day. Just mostly the water. I just try and swish up as much food as I can. But you guys do know I do like to feed a lot, so that could always be an issue. And yeah, so that's what she looks like. So you could see her a little bit. She's not at the front of the glass, but around her face even, the scales are starting to come up, which is really bad. So yeah, that's not good. I can get to the store not tomorrow, but the next day, because tomorrow's a Sunday and everything's closed. Also, it's Thanksgiving, which I think it's probably gonna be closed on Monday too, which is extra lame. But I do have Amazon, which is coming back around. My Amazon was shut down for a little bit, just for the entire area. But now it's back up and coming in like 2 days, but I'm worried she's not even going to last that long. But if you guys have any suggestions on stuff like that, I don't think I can get Maricin 2, which I've read is something you can treat possibly this dropsy with, which a dropsy is just a symptom of other things. And at first I thought, oh, she's exploded from food, so I decided not to give her any food for these last 2 days. But now I see the scales are lifting, so I assume it's something deeper than that. I don't know what it started from. You know, like, obvious answers are poor water quality, which I just don't think, like, I change a lot of the water. With these small tanks, I change, like, probably like 80% of it every single day. And the water is dechlorinated naturally because it comes straight from a river. It's filtered a little bit with just mechanical filtration. So yeah, it could be anything that could come from the river, honestly. And it is worrying. I have this happen with some fish that I bring home, some new fish. It happens to them. And before this channel, I used to cycle every single tank. I never did any sort of like fun tricks with established tanks or anything to like cycle a tank instantly. I'd always cycle a tank a really long time. I'd have everything set up for a really long time. So, and I still would have this issue. I'd come home and I would have like the occasional fish like die. So yeah, this is definitely more sad. Yeah. But of course, if you guys have any suggestions, I would super want to read them because I'm super interested in helping our fish here. And yeah, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Other stuff is doing good. The guppies still haven't given birth. Oh my gosh, I'm wrong. My perception is off, you guys. I tell you, I really haven't had guppies before, so I really thought they were going to give birth. They're huge, but, you know, and our other bettas are doing excellent as well, but of course I'm going to be keeping such a close eye on them. Not like I really wasn't before. You know, I feed them every day, multiple times a day, but yeah, and, you know, the whole 55-gallon tank is doing great. Don Julio's doing amazing. You know, his tumors, he's there, but, you know, that's just him. So yeah, but... Yeah, now she's just sitting at the top again. Yeah, it's not looking good. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys because I didn't want to have to sort of spring that on you just randomly or just like ignore it or pretend it didn't happen and just like one day be like, oh yeah, like, you know, she died. And it's just like, oh, well, that sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Weird. It would just have been weird. So yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about that. And honestly, it's kind of sad. So I'm like, I don't really feel like filming anything else other than just telling you guys about this. So one thing I just want to clip into this video, I finished the video, but I need to come back and tell you that I have not given up on her yet, of course, at all. So if you guys have suggestions, please let me know. And I'm still trying stuff, okay? I'm thinking about stuff. I'm thinking about ordering some stuff. You know, I just gotta wait a couple days. I have 23 hours before I can like order this thing on Amazon, and it comes in the same time, so I can do that. A Canaplex, I can get that stuff, so I'm considering getting that. And I'm going to pray for her tonight, okay? So if you guys want to pray for her tonight with me, please do so. And yeah, let's hope she can make it till tomorrow. And honestly, like, miracles can happen. So hope and pray for a miracle. I will be doing the same. But yeah, with all that being said, Punch out.